and obligation is to your fellow man within the community, and, you know, can you tell me what I mean, am, and, where does that come from? This comes from Descartes. Do you understand that he's the one who got me on that path as well? And the other guy who's really cool is Kant, the German philosopher. Kant. Oh, he's fucking great. Yeah, he's great. Oh no, seriously, he's great. He's the one who says that you have a duty and an obligation to your fellow man. That if a man comes to your house, this is what he was asked one time. If a man comes to your house with a gun or a sword, he says, "Where's your children so I could kill them?" What do you do? His answer was, "They're up on the second floor in the third bedroom on the right." There's never a reason to lie. Never. You tell them where they are. Second floor, third floor on the right. Then you pull out your sword to kill the fucker.
Right. Right.
There you go. But you
Right.
tell them the truth.
Right.
There's never a reason to lie. Never. And that's the biggest fucking problem everybody has. Oh, tell a little white lie, especially women. Oh, it won't hurt so much. Just tell them it's a little white lie.
And then we little white lie begets a bigger
You
white
don't
lie.
wear stops and you don't wear starts. And once a lie, always a lie. It's brutal. To where you can't figure out where it begins or where it ends. Of course, my sister got me, who's that? You? Oh, Mom?
Girlfriend of my daughter's trying to call me and ask me where my daughter
Hit your
is.
volume button down and it'll stop the ringtone. Yeah, or just hit
Yeah, I'm
the
a
F
computer
button.
guy, but I don't know how to break
No, it's funny. My sister brought me to get a pair of glasses for years. I needed glasses. I didn't realize that I needed glasses. So I was watching her TV like this, and she realized I needed glasses because if you do a focal point, it's easy for me to read. Like, if I do a focal point, trying to see something.
Shit, wish I'd known that.
Yeah, cryoderm. That says
Oh,
cryoderm
yeah.
That's the
reserve
way to squint.
Yeah.
a pain-free life. Now I can read it crystal clear, but I can't read that thing right there to save my life without doing this. As soon as I do this, I say, oh yeah, no problem. Pain-free life, no problem. Well, my sister brought me down to the eye doctor lady, so, back to like a Walmart store, getting a pair of glasses. So the lady's like, oh, let me try your glasses on for you, let me fit them for you. I said, oh, come on, lady, I don't need somebody to fit my glasses for me. I hate anybody working for me or servicing me. I hate it because I have a duty and obligation and a debt to them. I'll do this myself. I hate waiters, busboys, I hate any fucking body who comes and helps me. So she goes, let me just fit them for you. I said, I don't want no fit. Give me the glasses off. My sister said, just let the lady do her damn job. Can you just stop this bending and when nobody help me shit? And I got just let it do it. Let it do her damn job. And so she's like, okay. So she's like, tell me how this looks, sir. How this feels. I said, oh, you're a lot older than I thought you were. And my sister said, and the lady said, what? And my sister said, I can't take you anywhere. And I said, the poster of that woman behind you, that woman in that poster is a lot older than I thought she was. And my sister said, that's not a safe. I said, that's a safe, that's a safe. And she says, it's not a safe. You're busted. She said, you're worse than a 3-year-old. I can't take you anywhere. That's from this Kant philosophy, this K-A-N-T man's philosophy. There's never fucking lie about anything. So what I'm saying is people have been studying my stuff.
Children don't, man. They say it the way it is.
Right. That's why old people and fucking kids love me. Because the old people are done with the bullshit, and the kids don't know the bullshit. The people my own age can't stand me because they think I'm an asshole because I'm just say it the way it is. People went back to find me who I was, and they went back to AOL, back into the 1990s. And they said, this prick Karl Lentz, yeah, we researched him, we studied him, and yeah, we found all his comments he made back on AOL and Yahoo and all this other shit back in the 90s. He's the same prick, asshole, arrogant, fucking clown that he is today. Not a fucking thing has changed. His style, routine, stuff, nothing. He's saying the same shit he said way back in the 90s. I said, you're damn right. I found a happy place and I stayed. Damn right. I said, this is what I like, this is what I understand, this is what I respect, and I don't move a muscle. And you're not going to convince me to change otherwise. I will not fucking do it.
Do you ever watch TV?
Sure. I'm
You ever watch Oak Island?
I saw
In Search or something?
I saw like
Oak Island?
Yeah.
lots of the
The
episodes.
Curse of Oak Island?
Makes me
There's a
laugh.
guy
This
on there the
just
same
constantly
way. He
digs a
got-
hole and can't find shit.
There's a guy on there.
And somebody throws something in every now and then to trick these guys and make them have another TV series.
Right. But there's a guy there that got hurt when he was young, and that's how he is. he says it the way he wants to say it.
Yeah.
And he don't pull no punches.
But that's what I'm
Everybody's
saying,
so
if I knew where
fucking
Oak Island was, how much fun it would be to just find some old Spanish fucking thing made in China, throw it in a fucking hole, and put another treasure map somewhere and burn off the paper edges, make it look all old, and throw it, you know. And say, oh man, we found another old bottle, oh wow, look, oh, Spanish gallon, oh. Made in China. Somebody's fucking with us, you know. He said, yeah, call into the show, he said, yeah, you know, scratch off the bottom. What? Scratch off the bottom. Made in China. Ah, you pranked us. But no, like I said, man, this stuff, to me, I don't know, it's to me, it's a lifestyle. You know, you know, if you don't got it, you don't got it. You know, like I said, if some people are great at playing the piano at the age of 3. I couldn't play the piano probably if I tried for the rest of my life. I just ain't got it. And that's what I tell people, you know, it's just when you go to court, judge can tell. You got an attitude, you got a rhythm, you got a pattern, you're an actor. I mean, it's funny, just simple things, like when I go to court, and they say, well, rise, and I'll be standing, and I won't rise, I won't do anything if I'm sitting down, and then I see some, you know, a stenographer, or a court reporter, or a clerk coming up in the courtroom, I jump up. There was a woman walked in the room, and the judge was like, what's the matter? I said, a woman walked in the room. Oh. You jumped up, yeah, she might fall down, she might need help, somebody might go attack her, I'm ready to help her. Oh, okay, and I'm sitting down, no, another one must have walked in the room, why, he jumped up again, oh, yeah, here comes the old lady. So they see it's a style, it's not because it was funny. When I was a kid, when my dad left in the 70s, it was real tough to find a job. I mean, it was brutal, and especially a 16, 17-year-old kid, oh yeah, trying to get a real job to pay, you know, minimum wage, pay $2.15 an hour, that was tough. You know, we were getting $100 a week, you know, $80, $100, we were grateful as hell. So it was funny, I went to New York State Employment Commission. And there was a little old lady, if you ever watched Barney Miller, there was like old, dusky, musty rooms, and they had old books, no computers back then yet. So I needed a job. So this old 90-year-old lady that somebody forgot to tell her she died, you know, 2 years ago, and forgot to bury her, she was working with me. So I come into her office, and she tells me, fill out this form. She says, let me go make a copy of it. So she had to go to the old Xerox machine. So she gets up and I jump up. And she says, don't go nowhere. You know, I'll be right back. I said, I'm not going anywhere, man. She said, oh, okay. She Xerox and comes back, and she comes back and I jump back up. She says, oh, you don't leave. I've got more questions. I said, I'm not, man. So she sits down, and I sit down. And then she gets up like 2 or 3 more times, and I'm jumping up like a pogo stick. She says, don't get up. I'm fine, man. I'm fine. And she's like, she said, I just realized what you're doing. She said, you know what? There's a man named John Gatto. He has a machine shop. He's an old Italian guy. You know, you tell him Ethel sent you. You got a job. Just say Ethel sent you, and he'll hook you up. Gatto made this machine that when you put a straw in a piece of paper, it put the crimped edges on it. He's the one in Coney Island invented straw wrapper in the machine, and Mr. Gatto. Yeah. So I worked for him, the old Italian guy. And the old lady realized I was jumping up because she was an old lady and I was showing respect. And I was also saying to myself, heaven forbid this old lady falls down and shatters. I'm going to catch her before she gets to the ground, because they're not going to charge me with hitting this woman and breaking her in half. I said, oh my God, this lady's going to break. If she hits that ground, she's going to die. This lady's old. You know, I was like, holy shit, you know, that's okay, lady, you know, get up slow, you know, don't. I mean, maybe she was only like 75, 80, but back then, to me, when I was a kid, they look ancient.
16, she was 130.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh my God, this lady's gonna break. So I thought she was actually gonna fall down and get hurt, so I'm ready to catch her in case anything happens. It's like, hey man, you know, I helped the lady, I didn't hurt the lady, no, I'm here to help. No. So she realized what I was doing and got me a job instantly. And it's the same thing my little brother did. He worked for American Racing, and it was just to pick parts off this place was, the warehouse was almost a mile long. It's the second biggest aftermarket parts in the country after Keystone. Keystone was number 1, American was number 2. And he just wanted to pick auto parts picking, just pick things off the shelf. That's what he wanted to do. My brother shows up in a 3-piece suit and tie, you know, to do this job interview. He had long hair like me, you know, no facial hair, but long hair. He wore a suit. And everybody else showed up like us for the job interview. They hired my brother. He was like 17, 18 years old. And a couple of years after they hired him, you know, he wanted to become the night manager, the returns manager, and then he wanted to become the warehouse manager, you know, by the time he was 18. because nobody worked as hard as he did. And my brother finally moved up to the front office, so we put him up there in sales. And they said to him, he said, you know why we hired you, kid? What? Thousands of guys showed up. You were the only fucking clown that showed up in three-piece. We were dying laughing that somebody would actually show up in a three-piece suit and tie. So we wanted to know what the fuck you were all about. So we just hired you for laughs to see what the fuck you'd do next. We thought you were gonna show up every day in a three-piece suit and tie to pick parts. He said, that's why we hired you, because you looked ridiculous. Because who the fuck shows up for a $2.15 job,
Wearing a
three-piece suit and tie, thinking he's got a little broker on Wall Street? He said, we wanted to see what the fuck you were all about. So see, this is what I'm saying, the way you get ahead in court and the way you get ahead with these people is you gotta be a little different than a Joe Schmo on the street. So whenever you see me in court, I'm always in a three-piece suit and tie. You know, and my demeanor is very, you know, cordial, very polite, very well-mannered, very respectful of everybody.
I guess you would recommend that we go sit in court and watch how they do stuff?
Yeah, it's funny, somebody did that, and they called me on the show, and they said that it was the guy, Trust in All Law. He's got almost the same amount of videos of me as the other guy who you said earlier.
Craig.
Craig, yeah, Trust in All Law. He's a real
Yeah,
skinny
I've
guy, I
seen
met him in
those.
New Jersey.
I think.
And he said he had nothing better to do, he was unemployed, he was living with his mom and dad, and he went to Jersey Court, and he was watching in Pennsylvania, Jersey Court up there, Phillipsburg, Eaton area, Allentown area, and he said he was sitting in court. He said, he calls absolutely right, they say about 10, 20 words and that's it. They don't deviate from these 10, 20 words, 10, 20 words, 10, 20 words. He said, I started keeping track, he said, oh my God, every fucking case, 10, 20 words, 10, 20 words, the same fucking words, over and over and over. He said, that's all they use. I said, that's right, it's very simple vocabulary. Because my buddy, he became a judge in Alabama, and we used to go eat barbecue every Thursday. We'd eat barbecue at Rib It Up. It was a great place to go in Alabama. Some black guy told me, hey man, who I work with, you gotta go to Rib It Up over on 2nd Street over on East Side. I said, why? He said, I can't fucking tell you, just go. Eat it. I said, go order a bucket of ribs. So I said, okay, fine. So me and my wife go to Rib It Up, and we eat a bucket of ribs. And just as I'm about done eating the ribs, I asked my wife, there's only like 2 or 3 more ribs left, would you like another rib? And she said, yeah, sure. And then I looked at the bucket, and I realized there's only like 2 more ribs left. So when you have a bucket of ribs, say it's 20 ribs, how many buckets should be left when you're done eating them? 20. Because there should be 20 bones. They ribbed it up so bad, they were so good or whatever, we ate the bones and didn't even realize we ate the bones.
Yeah, I've never had ribs where I ate the damn bone.
And I didn't realize it until we were down to the last bone or 2. I said, oh my God, we should have a bucket of bones. That's why the black guy didn't fucking tell me. Ah, that motherfucker. I walked in the next day to work, a big old black guy. I said to him, yeah, we want to rib it up. Yeah, you like the ribs? Yeah. Fuck you, motherfucker. He said, yeah. You ate them, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Fuck you, motherfucker. And that's all we had to say. You didn't have to say, I ate the bones, you motherfucker. Why didn't you tell me that they fucking had them, smoked them for so long that you didn't even realize you eat the fucking bone. I didn't know you could do something like that to a piece of meat, that you could eat the fucking bones.
Tender.
It was that tender, that soft was part of the meat. I could not, without the meat
They
disintegrating.
soaked them in vinegar.
Well, why didn't the meat disintegrate? This is what I'm saying. How do you do that to a bone and not destroy the meat? I don't know. Let's rip it up.
McDonald's has been doing it.
Well, I'm saying it was just amazing to see something like that happen to me, to eat that, eat the bones. So I talked to my buddy when we used to go Thursday. I said, he said, I can't go with you this Thursday. I said, why not? He says, election day. What about election day? I'm the new judge, the family court. I said, yes, so what? He says, I gotta go to judge school. He said, judge school? I said, you guys gotta go to school to be a judge? He said, yeah, what do you think, we just fucking win the election and go?
3 days, right?
I said, how long is this gonna take? He said, 3 days. I said, well, that'll be Wednesday. I said, we'll still have time to go to Rib It Up on Thursday. He says, well, I might wanna take a day off and just kill back and walk around the state capitol for a while, meet people and talk. And he said, I'll catch you the following Thursday. I said, oh, okay, fine. But then I stopped when I thought about it, when he got a phone, 3 days. 3 days to be elected, any one of us clowns can be elected to be a judge. In 3 days, you're gonna teach me everything I need to know about judge? And when I realized,
Like an attorney for years.
and when I said that to myself, I said to myself, the judge is just gonna ask you a simple question. Are you in this court? Yeah. Are you sentenced to a date
What's
in
your
this
name?
court?
Please give me your name. Trap,
Yeah.
trap, trap,
Simple
trap,
things,
trap.
simple traps, right. Get jurisdiction. Are you the defendant? You know, is this your
Do
name?
you understand?
Is this
Yeah, do you
charges?
understand? Right. How do you plead? And like I said, when somebody says to me, how do you plead? I don't know, very loudly? You know, very softly? I don't know. Then the judge says, well, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? You say, well, I don't,
Another choice?
you say, you
I
say,
don't understand.
well, the judge says, I ask you a simple question, are you guilty or not guilty? I don't know, let me look at my dictionary and see if a picture of me is next to guilty or not guilty. I don't know, what does a guilty look like? What does a not guilty look like? I don't know, am I? Do I look like a guilty? Or do I look like a not guilty? And the judge, if he says to you, what, are you being funny? It's like, no, I'm just an idiot. Because like I said, I show that to people, that it says idiot, and outside is one not trained in the professions of, you know, some have the terms of art. It's, you know,
Did your obligation.
What is your name? No, what's not my name?
yeah.
Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's
Yeah.
on third.
Wait, but isn't that the balancing act?
You just ask him, who's asking? He said,
Yeah.
Judge Smith. I didn't ask what's asking, I said, who's asking?
Kurt Kallenbach, that was one of the better ones I heard when he was trying to get you to, and he was talking all that Sesta Trust,
I got that
beneficiary
poor
bullshit.
bastard, that poor
Did you ever
bastard.
listen? You gotta listen to that.
That poor bastard was on Angela's show.
He was so fucking pissed at you.
That Angela was on Angela's show for 2 hours.
What's his name?
Whatever,
Kurt Kallenbach, he's one of the guys, they're real big, Joe DeBay and all those guys in that birth certificate and converting it over, and you
I-
gotta get it authenticated.
I heard this guy talking,
We believe it.
he was on, I knew he was going on Angela's show, so I listened to the show for 2 hours. It was the 2 hours he was on there. At the 1 hour 50-minute mark, I come on. He's on a show, and I know it's gonna be, I know he's gonna be on for 2 hours.
What a boat!
So at the 1 hour 50-minute mark, I decided to call in. And I'm saying, oh, I hope she picks it up, she picks the phone for me and she lets me talk. So she did. I knew it was going to be on for 2 hours. He talked, rattled off shit for 1 hour 50 minutes. In 10 minutes, I got him to reverse his entire belief. Everything he said for 1 hour 50 minutes, I got him to reverse himself on every single day because I was keeping like notes, like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I got him to reverse himself on every single fucking
Yeah,
thing.
but
he
tell
said
him,
for
tell him
1
what
hour
he
50
did,
minutes.
tell him the most childish, asinine
I
thing
don't know
he
what he
did.
did.
He tells that it was his call, so he had all his little pokey followers on there. He said, "My people, do not listen to this man. Do not listen to this man. You do what I say."
That was too funny. Uh-oh. He's gonna see all the rafters.
No, you just want to say thank you.
No, he's gonna see all the rafters are open. He's gonna see somebody cut into a stash.
Just warn you.
Is that it, Carl?
He's gonna see somebody cut into a stash.
That's okay.
So they finally show up, huh?
You got your boat?
It didn't adjust